What's up, children? Want to check in with y'all. Wanted to get serious today. Want to talk one-on-one with everybody watching this video. What's up, young men, young boys, young ladies? Hello, good to see you. This is Young James. I'm here in Tokyo. I wanted to let y'all know there are two types of foreigners in Japan. In many senses, there are two types of foreigners. There are actually many types of foreigners, but in the sense of foreigners that are happy to be in Japan, are thankful, would say that Japan has been a benefit to them. You have those foreigners, and then you have the foreigners that are miserable here. All they do is talk about how they hate it. All they do is talk about how Japan sucks, people don't accept me here, the language is hard, blah, 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 blah. They're always complaining, always bitching. You meet these people. I just met this guy recently, and he was like, I just met this dude, and the first thing he came at me with in my ear hole was like, dude, this place fucking sucks, right? Bro, like, the people here are robots, and this and that, and the women here are bitches, and the women lie, and the women cheat, and all this stuff. And I'm just like, damn, chill out, man. And he was from the States, so I was like, man, why don't you just go home then? Like, he wasn't married or anything. I was like, why don't you just go home? You don't have anything tying you down. He's like, oh, I hate the U.S. even more. You kidding me? The healthcare system in the U.S., Donald Trump, and he's going off about all the talking points, hitting all the buzzwords. And I was like, okay, for sure. This person is just a miserable person. Just, that's just how they are, right? And he was talking about how he hates it here, and he's not happy at all. And I was like, okay, well, I get the idea that no matter where you go, you're going to be uncomfortable, and you're going to hate it, and you're going to bitch about it. You're just one of those people, all you do is complain. Then I met another dude very recently, a Chad of a dude at a modeling shoot. I was at this modeling shoot. I met this super fit, charismatic, cool guy who just got to Japan. Didn't really speak the language at all. He just got here. He didn't know much, but he was just going on and on and on. I mean, now you could say that this is just him being naive because he just got here, but I really did feel it in his energy because he had visited like 3 or 4 or 5 times, and now he's here studying. And anyways, this guy was like, dude, I love it here, and it's very uncomfortable, it's very difficult, the language is so hard, the people don't accept me. He's saying actually all of the same shit that this other guy was saying, but he was like, oh, but I love it. He's like, it's so awesome. He's like, every day I feel like I'm learning stuff out here, I'm learning the language. It feels so cool to just learn a little bit of the language and converse with somebody and realize, wow, I'm really making my own path in a country that's so foreign, like Japan. This guy was from somewhere in Eastern Europe. And I was like, man, that's cool, man. I'd like to think that that's how I think of it. Do I sound that cool when I talk about Japan? Maybe I sound like the first guy, like the bitching guy. I hope not. But I am really happy to be here. And it's like, you meet these people over and over and over again when you live in somewhere like Japan that are just like, they came here to run away from their problems. And then they come to this realization that, I feel like it's pretty obvious, but they come to this realization that their problems aren't in the place. Their problems are them. Like, they are the problem. You have to change your mindset. Because they're saying the exact same shit. They're both talking about how the language is hard. They're both talking about how the people act like this or whatever. But one guy is seeing it as a challenge and an opportunity to grow, an opportunity to learn and study. And the other guy is seeing it as an obstacle, a hindrance. So if you want to sum it up, I would say that there are the foreigners that come to Japan seeking comfort, trying to maybe run away from problems, whether it be, you're running away from America's healthcare problems, or you're running away from a dating market. You think the dating market is all that sucks, and it's not your problem. It's just the dating market in America is fucked, which I'm not saying it's great, but, And then you come out here seeking comfort. Every time I meet someone like this, they like, hey, I came out here because I don't have to drive a car. I came out here because I can just go to the convenience store and get all the food that I need. And I did this. And they just came out here for the convenience. They came out here for the comfort. Those are the foreigners that 9 out of 10 times are miserable in Japan. You talk to them, they hate it. They're like, bitching constantly the whole time. They usually don't speak the language very well. They don't have many Japanese friends. They're just seeking comfort and they're bitching, and they're not possibly the problem. They can't even fathom the idea that they would be the problem. Of course, it's everything else. It's their home country, it's Japan, it's the women, it's the food, it's the American healthcare system. Perpetually unhappy people. And then you have people who came out here, like your boy, seeking discomfort, seeking adventure, seeking knowledge. Not that my life was perfect in the States, but in a sense it was so easy. And I talk about that in so many of my videos. If you go back and watch my older videos, when I talked about why I originally came to Japan, it's like I was depressed in the States, not really because I had any problems. Like, there wasn't anything wrong in my life at all. Like, I had a really comfortable, really easy life in the States. I had a cushy job. I was working in a bar, making a lot of good money. I had a decent apartment outside of Chicago. Well, okay, it was kind of dirty, but I could have gotten a nicer apartment. Like, I had a decent life. I just had no direction. I didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do. Everything was so easy every day. I was just living the same routine constantly. And I was like, this isn't challenging me. And I feel like at that time I was starting to realize, like, I had most of the shit that I feel like I wanted. I don't know. Or that people say that you should want, or you read in books, or you see in movies. Okay. Live a decent life with enough money to travel a couple times a year and have a good circle of friends and play some video games at night. And like, why would I be complaining about that? I didn't have any challenge. I didn't have any adventure. I wasn't learning anything. I wasn't forcing myself out of my comfort zone. It's crazy because I did that for like 3 or 4 years and I had nothing to complain about, and I felt like I was depressed. And people would be looking at me like, man, what's wrong? Like, you live a chill ass life, like a dope life. You got a good circle of friends. Like I said, you play video games, you got enough money to go traveling, you have an easy job, everyone loves you at your job. I can work whenever the fuck I want, basically. It's like, nah, it just wasn't cutting it for me. I was like, I need some type of adventure. I need to be uncomfortable. And now you'll see in my videos where I say many times, man, living in Japan is hard. The language is so hard. I've had so many issues communicating with people here. I've had so many issues dating here, like understanding the women, understanding my Japanese friends, they're just like guy friends, like the communication style, and why, they say this, but then they do this, and the tatemae, and trying to fit in here, understanding the culture, and just failing over and over and over again, and getting beat down, and feeling like I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. But let me tell you, the high, when you find out what you did wrong, and you learn, and you improve, and you realize, oh shit, I should have done this. And then you start implementing that in your life and making these improvements and making progress. That high is better than any high that I ever had when I was living back in the States in my comfortable life. Having extra money in my pocket, playing Apex Legends, getting a dub with the boys at night. Like, shit isn't happiness. I'm realizing that happiness isn't about just being comfortable and living a slow, nice, easy life. It's more about solving problems, improving yourself, conquering goals, setting goals and conquering goals. Failure, but not just failure followed by improvement and success, achievement. I have so much less money now here in Japan than I ever had when I was in the States. I had so much money in the States. Like I could have traveled. I had a nice car. Could have bought myself shit whenever I wanted to. I could eat out whenever the fuck I wanted. Like I said, I had a good circle of friends. Had a good job. Played plenty of video games that I love to do. Wasn't happy. Here, I don't have any money. I don't have too many friends. I have a lot of acquaintances, not too many really, really close friends. I'm uncomfortable all the time. I don't even fucking speak the language fluently. There are issues, when I go to the doctor's office. There are issues when I go to the bank. Anytime I do some type of difficult task, it's not necessarily comfortable speaking that language, but the happiness that I get, the shot of adrenaline that I get when I fucking walk out of the bank after I just had a conversation in my second language, in a language as difficult as Japanese, that I learned on my fucking own. That high is better than any high. Fucking getting a 10 kill dub champion game with the boys on Apex Legends. There are two types of foreigners in Japan. Right? I'm going to say it again. The foreigners that came out here to seek comfort, and they're miserable. 9 out of 10 times, they're fucking miserable. They're bitching. The women out here suck. The language is difficult. The people are robots. I hate it. But I don't want to go home because I hate home too. Man, you're just fucking miserable all the time, aren't you? You're a little bitch. That's what you are. And then there are the foreigners out here who, hey, recognize, you know what? Japan, this is difficult. Playing life on hard mode out here if you're a foreigner. If you don't speak the language especially, playing life on master mode, we'll say. But you know what? That's what gets us going. That's what gets us excited. Accomplishing shit. Knocking walls down. Conquering land. Infiltrating. Putting our stake in the ground and saying, yeah, I came, I saw, and I fucking conquered. That shit is what gets me going. And that's what I love about living in Japan. Learning. Challenging myself. The obstacle is the way, guys. There's a book by Ryan Holiday. It's called The Obstacle is the Way. It's all about how in life, if you want to be happy, go toward the obstacles. Don't run away from them. Don't seek comfort. Don't seek ease. When you see the trenches, and then right over to the left side, there's this fucking fat ass dude sitting in a little baby pool. He's got his floaties on and his little noodle, and he's sipping some drink that he got from the 7-Eleven. He's drinking his fucking 7-Eleven Savas protein drink, and he's enjoying Japan and reading a manga and jerking off, fucking reading Bieru. And then you see the trenches to your right side, and the trenches are filled with Japanese language study books. The gym, weights. Namazakana, raw fish, right? Scary shit if you're coming from the States. You need to go toward the trenches. You need to conquer. Because you will come out a better man. You will come out with hair on your chest and lead in your pencil. Is that what you want? I think that's what you want. Or do you want to be the fat fuck over on the left side, swimming in the baby pool, complaining about how America's healthcare system, whatever. Shut up. You guys, if you want, it's just like playing a video game, man. It's just like playing a video game, is it not? How satisfied are you when you go on a game, you just get a brand new game. You guys just got Grand Theft Auto 6. Is that out yet? You just got GTA 6. You just downloaded that shit, right? You immediately go and you put that shit on easy mode. You put all your cheat codes in and you're playing, and it's so easy to just beat everyone. You just destroy the game and you're like, oh, this is so easy. This is so convenient. It's fun for like, 30 seconds? And then you're like, man, this shit kind of sucks, actually. And then you're just back to bitching. You download Skyrim, right? Put it on the highest difficulty, or Doom. You guys remember Doom? Yeah, I remember that shit, Doom. I would fuck y'all up in Doom, just for the record. Doom 2016 version? Fun-ass game, dude. Put that on the highest level. I think it was called Nightmare Mode. And you beat a level, you're going to fail over and over and over again. You're going to die. Those fucking All the fire zombies that jump at you and they explode, they're going to be coming after your ass. And you're going to be dying time and time again, over and over again. It's just what's going to happen. But when you finally get that dub, when you clear that level, perfect that level, whoo, brother. That's a high that only the strongest of men will know. Only the noblest of soldiers will know. Which one will you choose? Are you coming with me? Or are you going to go be a bitch? My name is Young James. Hit me up, guys. Send me an email, youngjamesYT@gmail.com. Hit me up on Instagram, YUNGJAMEZ. Donate, guys. Donation link is in the description. If you send me $5, you get a link to the Ko-fi. You get a link to the Discord. Holy shit. I don't think I've ever once said this outro and said all of my links and all that correctly. I mess it up every single time. But send a donation, guys. Hook your boy up. I'm going to Christmas. I'm going to America for Christmas. I just bought some plane tickets. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Take care, guys.